Modern and contemporary arts appeared in Europe and America in special cultural and political contexts and societies without others, making them diverse in different schools, trends, and streams. So in the West, you find among the audiences who admire and who oppose it according to its aesthetic ideology and philosophy. The formative movement in Saudi Arabia has not been an exception among the artistic movements in the Arab country in general, where modern arts such as abstraction and later have moved to it, where visitors of the exhibitions are seeing very contemporary artworks, and these works are seen in the growth of quantity and quality within the galleries in Saudi Arabia and Gulf countries and the rest of the Arab countries. What I can describe in lines is that the Saudi artists mostly practice contemporary art as it is outside to the inner square of the local audience without awareness and study of those historical and cultural contexts in which this type of contemporary or modern arts emerged after the two world wars in the 20th century, and the study of Western philosophical thought. This is what created a gap between the artist and the audience in our visual arena, where the artist exhibits his work in halls to spread his idea and artistic message, but he is surprised that it does not reach the audiences, and this problem is repeated with most artists. This is accompanied by a collective opinion of the audience from various members of the society that they do not understand the language of visual art and its current substances, and what it contains: symbols, forms, and visual messages which defame beauty and embellish ugliness, as if they are watching curses and hearing scandals from artists and a bunch of critics and hall owners about these exhibitions and what values it contains, artistic and creative, drawing the features of their contemporary culture. In my view, the above is true and correct. The problem lies in the imitation and inability to transfer such artistic practices from global to local, including philosophical ideas, following a style of superiority to the public and degrading their intellectual and cultural level. What I also notice is that the critics of the contemporary art movements in the West are many, some of them depending on the historical context of its emergence, the Cold War, the role of the Zionists in managing the art movement, owning galleries, buying and marketing businesses, selling auctions, controlling the media, and buying critics in Europe. For example, the average price of Louis Fontana paintings is $15 million, 55 million rials, according to the study of the website of the art market. Observer 2016, I advise you to review what Dr. Zainab Abdulaziz, a professor of art philosophy and beauty science, wrote in her book, The Modern Art Game, which is based on French documents that reveal important pages and events that have been darkened in the creation of contemporary art, and Georgina Adams' book 2017 also, which explains the secrets of the art market. From a personal experience, I admired and inspired some contemporary works of close artists, later discovered that they documentated from the experiences of Western artists, and I was surprised by it when I visited exhibitions and museums abroad, and by direct conversation with the artist himself about his philosophy of his work and what it contains. I was amazed by the naivety of the message and the perspective with the skill and execution, enthusiasm and great attraction towards the contemporary and globalization as it works in exhibitions of bodies without solace and identity. Katama, I recommend my fellow artists on the necessity of thinking, contemplating, observing, and developing culture about the philosophy of art and the global cultural movement, to know the historical roots of contemporary arts and analyze its reality, to know its rewards, changes, and steward its future, to make use of their artistic skill and visual creativity to build an artistic experience that the audiences can witness, to have contributed to the formation of their consciousness and the development of the taste and aesthetic sense, creating a positive trend towards art and artists. And the history of art is attested by the emergence of a Saudi Arabian school or artistic movement that deserves studying, contemplating, and transferring from the local to the international.
Chime and I'm staring at the ceiling, wishing I could reach across the map. overwhelmed by this lonely kind of feeling, caught inside a never-ending gap. You got that voice that sounds just like a whisper. It travels through the static on the line. Every single word you say, it makes it crisper, reminding me that you are truly mine. They can show me all the wonders of the world, but I look away, 'cause I'm just waiting for the flight to bring you back my way. Yeah, you know I'm not playing with the distance. I'm fighting for our love with such persistence. 'Cause baby, when you talk to me that way, you take the distance, turn the cold into the May. I don't need a life that's built for one or two. I'm only living for the day I'm next to you. Yeah, I just wanna hold you through the screen, the closest thing to heaven that I've ever seen. No matter what the miles try to do, I'm staying right here, waiting just for you. Right here, waiting just for you. Different time, yeah, you're sleeping while I'm waking. You leave a message for me when the sun comes out. You're the only risk that's ever worth the taking, chasing all my ghosts and every doubt. I used to feel the quiet in the spaces, but now I'm anchored in the way you care. I'm seeing you in all these crowded places. A phantom of your love is everywhere. They can show me all the wonders of the world, but I look away, 'cause I'm just waiting for the flight to bring you back my way. Yeah, you know I'm not playing with the distance. I'm fighting for our love with such persistence. 'Cause baby, when you talk to me that way, you take the distance, turn the cold into the May. I don't need a life that's built for one or two. I'm only living for the day I'm next to you. Yeah, I just wanna hold you through the screen, the closest thing to heaven that I've ever seen. No matter what the miles try to do, I'm staying right here, waiting just for you. Tell me what you need, I'll send it. My heart is yours, I'll never mend it. Never gonna let the signal die, no. I'll be watching for the morning sky, 'cause you're the heartbeat in the air I breathe. You're the only one I'll ever need. 'Cause baby, when you talk to me that way, you take the distance, turn the cold into the May. I don't need a life that's built for one or two. I'm only living for the day I'm next to you. Yeah, I just wanna hold you through the screen, the closest thing to heaven that I've ever seen. No matter what the miles try to do, I'm staying right here, waiting just for you. Right here, waiting just for you, baby, baby. You're right here, waiting for you, ain't going nowhere. It's just me and you, right here, waiting for you. left me here wondering all by myself. Now I'm singing these blues, trying to find my way. But I still don't know if you'll come back someday. Oh, I'm singing these blues since you've gone away. You found your path, but I'm lost in yesterday. I'm waiting on a sign, maybe just a clue. But until then, I'll keep on singing these blues.
I kept your name in my mouth like rain, wore it like gold through the worst of days. Back when I was a storm in a cheap coat, you were the hand that taught me to stay.
I broke your trust with a boyish flame, ran my own heart through a rusted blade. Now I bring you tea when the dark rolls in, kiss your forehead like I can still make amends.
And if my bones feel hollow now, kept your name in my mouth like rain, wore it like gold through the worst of days. Back when I was a storm in a cheap coat, you were the hand that taught me to stay. I broke your trust with the boyish flame, ran my own heart through a rusted blade. Now I bring you tea when the dark grows, kiss your forehead like I can still make amends. And my bones feel hollow now, I hide and deep, I bow it down. I only want your laugh on the floor,
Your hand in mine, nothing more.
stay a little longer.
Stay in my arms tonight.
I'll be your shelter.
I'll make it feel alright.
If my sky is fading,
I'll still light up your eyes.
stay a little longer, stay a little longer, love. I count the cracks in the kitchen tile, like years I lost when I ran too wild. But take me back every cool little spot, every cold word, every night side mark.
Now I'm covered by the front door.
Learn
You smile like a prayer in a song.
if time is a thief,
The lock and key, let it come for me, not for you, not yet.
and if my bones feel hollow now,
I hide it deep, I bow it down.
I only want your laugh on the floor.
Your hand in mine, nothing more.
Stay a little longer, stay in my arms tonight.
I'll be your shelter.
I'll make you feel alright.
If my sky is fading,
I'll still light up your eyes.
God knew what I could not see. He knew what my heart would need. I came with pieces deep inside, still learning how to receive. He placed new life beneath my heart, a quiet gift from above. Before I knew what he was doing, he was teaching me love. Not all at once, not like thunder, but softly day by day, through little hands and little voices. He was showing me the way. First came love, then came joy, then came rose to help me rise. Three small hearts, three holy gifts, three lights in my life. God knew what I needed when I could not understand. He healed me through the children
placed inside my hands. Sometimes love comes as a baby, sometimes joy comes later on, sometimes rose blooms after waiting, and the soul learns to be strong. I was broken but not forgotten, I was wounded but still held. God was writing mercy in the story I could not tell. First came love, then came joy, then came rose to help me rise. 3 small hearts, 3 holy gifts, 3 prayers beneath the sky. God knew what I needed before I ever knew. He healed me through my children and made my heart brand new. Not all at once, not like thunder, but softly more and more. Through love, through joy, through rose, my soul learned how to soar. Gave my last ounce of strength while the knife stayed in my back. Poured everything out for the ones I refused to lack. Blood don't make a family, that truth hit hard and clean. I chose my own loyal hearts in a world that's mean. They showed me I can only trust the reflection in the glass. So I pulled those blades out slow and sharpened them to last. Turned every betrayal into fuel, every wound into drive. Carving straight through the chaos just to feel alive. 10 emotions ripping through me back to back, no relief. Love and rage and emptiness, fighting for belief. I'm barely holding balance, drowning in the noise, but I swallow it all down just to give them all my voice. Still pouring out my everything when I'm running on empty, carrying my chosen family like it's all that's left in me. Family ain't just blood, it's the bond I fought to earn. Stronger than the blaze that tried to make me burn. I isolate when the storm gets too loud to take. Disappear in the silence till my soul stops to shake. No more games, no more blame. I'm cutting all the ties. Use the knives to carve my path and cut apart their lives. 37 years of trauma, cheating, lying, blame. They tried to bury the fighter, but I'm still in the game. 50 more years burning, watch me flip the script. No more playing victim, no more taking their shit. Emotions hit like thunder rolling through my veins. Grief, then fire, then hope driving me insane. When the weight gets too heavy and the voices scream too loud, I shut the whole world out and rebuild inside the cloud. You think it's a competition, you think it's a race. Blood is blood, but jealousy stains. Breaking free from your grip, remove the chains, cut the ties. Burn the bridge! You can't take back all the things you did. Apologies, I'll never forget. I can only trust myself, that's the truth they burned in me. Every hand that held me turned around and buried me. But I'm still here, still pouring out my fight. You can't kill a fire that learned how to ignite. Evil is evil, it does what it wants. Well, guess what? I'm out of your reach, out of your grasp. Watch out. I bite back.
Man between presence and absence. In his visual works, the Saudi artist Ali Safar, Ali Al-Safar, paints a world in which the bodies and shadows intertwine. and the bodies become symbols of questions larger than reality itself. Between painting and painting, yellow takes us on a journey from mystery to serenity, from optical overcrowding to luminous abstraction. In one of his paintings, crowded human blocks in dark blue and gray gradations take us toward an intense psychological landscape. Bodies without features, souls touching and lurking in dim-lit space, as if the city swallows them up or reshapes them. It is a picture of the presence unknown, of society as seen from within. As for the other painting, we stand before an amazing transparency, where white splashes our sequence in a quiet, almost devoid of noise. There is no place for crowding here, but contemplation and stillness, as if the artist depicts a spiritual journey or a state of human abstraction in the face of the light. Yellow style reflects a mature experience that goes beyond form to substance. He does not paint a person as a body, but as a state, as a feeling, as a story hiding behind a color or a refraction of a shadow. I am not looking for beauty in itself, but for visual sincerity, for the moment when sense stops before reason. Ali Safar. Participated in exhibitions within the kingdom and abroad. Among the highlights of the Sardis and Temporary Yard exhibition in Paris, the Arab Youth Panel in Cairo, alongside local entries in Riyadh, Jeddah and Dammam. He has received awards of appreciation from the Ministry of Culture and the Fine Arts Societies, and some of his works have been acquired within private and institutional groups. In his work, Saudi artist Ali Al-Safar constructs a world where identities and shadows merge and human figures evolve into symbols for questions beyond the visible. Between one canvas and another, Al-Safar invites us on a journey from mystery to clarity, from crowding forms to spiritual intermissional. Using one piece, a mass of anonymous bodies is immersed in gradients of blue and gray. Faces are blurred and the space feels dense, as if the city is not just physical but psychological, absorbing its people, reshaping the presence. It is a portrait of collective anonymity of the interior landscape of modern society. In contrast, another work presents serene alignment, pale, translucent figures standing in harmony with light. Here, there is no chaos, only reflection. It evokes a spiritual journey or an inner ascent towards stillness and purity. Al-Safar's aesthetic reveals a refined vision. He does not paint bodies, but states of being, feelings suspended in color, silence hidden in shadow. I'm not chasing beauty itself. I'm seeking visual honesty, a moment where emotion overtakes intellect. Ali Al-Safar. Al-Safar has exhibited in both local and international venues, including contemporary Saudi art in Paris, the Arab Youth Biennale in Cairo, and numerous shows across Riyadh, Jeddah, and Dammam. His work has earned recognition from the Ministry of Culture and Visual Arts Associations, and his pieces are held in private and institutional collections.
the same breath. The fear is in the breath, and so is the love. In one and the same breath, the duality of human existence. The human experience is defined by a series of paradoxes, none more intimate than the act of breathing. It is the first thing we do upon entering the world and the last thing we do before leaving it. Yet, within this involuntary rhythm lies a profound psychological truth captured in the aphorism. In one and the same breath, the fear is in the breath, and so is the love. This statement suggests that our most fundamental biological process is the container for our most polarized emotions. It challenges us to see the breath not merely as a gas exchange, but as a bridge between our survival instincts and our capacity for transcendence. The anatomy of fear. Fear is an ancient visceral response, and its primary residence in the body is the respiratory system. When we encounter a threat, whether a physical danger or a modern psychological stressor, our breathing is the first system to react. The fight or flight response triggers shallow, rapid chest breathing. This physiological shift is designed to hyperoxygenate the muscles for quick action, but it often results in a feedback loop of anxiety. In moments of panic, we may feel as though we cannot catch our breath. This constriction is the physical manifestation of fear. It is a tightening and narrowing of the world into a singular point of survival. And the aphorism states that the fear is in the breath. It acknowledges that our anxieties are not just abstract thoughts. They are rhythmic somatic experiences that can stifle our vitality if left unobserved. The sanctuary of love. If fear constricts the breath, love expands it. In a state of safety, affection, or deep connection, the breath naturally slows and deepens. This is the rest and digest state, where the diaphragm drops and the lungs fill to their full capacity. This expansive breathing sends a signal to the nervous system that all is well. Love in this context is synonymous with presence and life force. It is the breath we take when we are moved by beauty, the shared sigh of relief with a loved one, and the steady rhythm of a mind at peace. To breathe with love is to breathe with a sense of openness and receptivity. It is the sanctuary we return to when we allow our breath to soften, moving from the jagged edges of survival into the fluid grace of being. The unity of experience. The true power of the aphorism lies in the phrase, in one and the same breath. It posits that fear and love are not separate entities existing in different parts of the body or at different times. Instead, they are two possibilities existing simultaneously within the same biological cycle. This reflects the unity of the human experience. We are capable of being terrified and courageous, anxious and compassionate all at once. This perspective dissolves the dualistic struggle to eliminate fear. If fear and love occupy the same breath, then fear is not an enemy to be conquered, but a frequency to be tuned. By acknowledging that fear resides in the breath, we gain the power to transform it. We do not stop breathing when we are afraid. We simply change the quality of the breath to invite the love, the calm, and the connection back into the same space. Canterbelly relevance. In today's high-stress, hyper-connected world, our breathing has become habitually fearful. Constant notifications, economic pressures, and social anxieties keep many of us in a state of chronic shallow breathing. We live in a culture of constriction, understanding that the breath carries both fear and love is a radical act of self-reclamation. It reminds us that even in the midst of a chaotic work environment or a personal crisis, the mechanism for peace is already within us. We do not need to go anywhere or buy anything to find relief. We simply need to shift the quality of the very thing we are already doing. This perspective offers a portable internal toolkit for emotional regulation and resilience. Conclusion, the power of the one breath. The aphorism invites us toward a life of mindfulness, a conscious awareness of the one breath. Every inhalation is an opportunity to acknowledge the presence of fear without being consumed by it, and every exhalation is a chance to release
love. Ultimately, the breath is a mirror of how we relate to life itself. If we can hold the duality of our emotions within a single conscious breath, we find a sense of equilibrium that is not dependent on external circumstances. We learn that while the fear may be present, the love is equally accessible, waiting to be felt in the very next rise and fall of the chest. In the end, we are always just one breath away from returning to our center.
In the collective religious imagination, John the Baptist is often framed as a rugged ascetic, a proto-hipster of the desert with a taste for wild honey and a penchant for bold fashion choices. We see him through a lens of divine eccentricity, where his wild hair and camel skin robes are stylistic markers of holiness. But what if the historical reality was far more jarring? What if John was not merely eccentric, but genuinely clinically mad? A man possessed of a defect of the mind that was as alienating as it was unmarketable. To view John the Baptist as truly crazy and hated is to confront the uncomfortable border where holiness meets pathology. Historically, the distinction between a prophet and a lunatic has often depended on the utility of their message to the status quo or their ability to command a following. However, the perspective that John suffered from a true defect, one that was not adorable, romanticized, or genius adjacent, strips away the stained glass veneer. It forces us to reckon with the raw, abrasive nature of a human being who was denied by his society, not because he was too holy, but because he was fundamentally wrong in the eyes of his peers. There is a profound difference between glamorous mental differences and raw defects. Modern culture has developed a soft spot for the musical prodigy or the brilliant but tortured scientist. We tolerate and even celebrate neurodivergence when it produces a high-yield output, a symphony breakthrough formula, or a disruptive tech company. This is productive madness. In contrast, the true defect, the disjointed, socially repellent, and non-lucrative mental instability is met with visceral exclusion. If John the Baptist was screaming in the wilderness, not out of a calculated rhetorical strategy, but because of a mind that could not find peace, he becomes a figure of profound isolation rather than a religious icon. When we sanitize historical figures, we commit a subtle act of violence against their lived experience by turning John's potential mental struggles into a prophetic aesthetic. We ignore the crushing weight of his alienation. A man who lives in the desert eating bugs is rarely a person who is finding themselves. More often, they are someone whom society has failed, or who has found the social contract impossible to navigate. When we ignore the possibility of his madness, we lose the most radical aspect of his story, that the most marginalized, defective members of society can be the conduits for the most transformative truths. If the voice crying in the wilderness belonged to a man whom everyone genuinely hated for his instability, the message itself becomes a testament to the power of the unacceptable outlier. Has searing relevance today. Our society claims to be more inclusive of the outlier, yet our empathy is still largely conditional. We create space for the quirky individual who fits a marketable trope, but we continue to push the crazy and hated to the periphery. The person on the street corner whose defect of the mind manifests as agitation or social discord is not seen as a potential prophet. They are seen as a nuisance to be managed or moved out of sight. By reclaiming the madness of John the Baptist, we challenge the hierarchy of human value that prioritizes productive minds over broken ones. It forces us to ask, would we have listened capacity to hear it, recognizing the crazy and the holy suggests that the greatest insights often come not from those who have mastered the world, but from those whose very existence is a rejection of it, whether by choice or by the cruel necessity of a mind they cannot control. In the end, the defect of the Baptist may not have been a flaw in his mission, but the very thing that allowed him to see what the sane world was too comfortable to notice.
Yet feeling empty after all. True achievement comes when we live with God's design. Seek His kingdom first, and eternal treasures we'll find. Let this mind be in you, the mindset of Christ. Choose the better part.
Significance begins when God's kingdom shapes you. Beyond success, we rise to give a life of love, the way to live. Adding value, serving each day. Faith and purpose guide our way. Legacy flows when Christ we embrace. Significance shines through His grace.
Love one another as Jesus has shown. Invest in people, don't walk alone. Plant seeds of kindness, live with intent. Transformation comes when our hearts are bent. Without faith, it's impossible to please the Lord. Anchor your life in His truth and word. Entrust to others, let disciples grow. Significance lasts when His love we show. Success ends with you, but significance flows through you. Legacy is not what you leave for people, but what you leave in people. Beyond success, we rise to give a life of love, the way to live. Oh, beyond success, we rise to give a life of love, the way to live. Adding value, serving each day. Faith
waiting. How to move through the time, all while staying still, while being still as the time. And as the things roll past you, left and right, leaving you abandoned.
Hard time. The heart of doing time is doing time without becoming undone. An anatomy of stillness and temporal flow, the aphorism, waiting, presents a radical reimagining of a common human experience, usually defined as a passive interval, a void to be filled or a delay to be endured. Waiting is here recast as an active existential discipline. The text suggests that waiting is not the absence of action, but a specific mode of moving through time that requires a profound reconciliation between the self and the temporal medium. The paradox of temporal kinesis. The central tension of the aphorism lies in the paradox of physical stillness paired with temporal movement. In a conventional sense, movement requires a change in spatial coordinates over a duration of time. However, the aphorism suggests a form of moving through that occurs precisely because one is staying still. By remaining physically fixed, the subject ceases to compete with the external world's velocity. The stillness allows the individual to observe the internal mechanics of time. When the body stops, the consciousness is forced to engage with the sheer weight and flow of the present moment. It is a transition from spatial kinesis to temporal kinesis. The subject is no longer traveling through a landscape, but is instead traveling through the when, becoming the medium
As the time,
The most philosophically dense portion of the text is the directive to exist.
as the time,
Normally, humans experience time as an external force, a river that carries us along, or a clock that dictates our pace. We are subjects in time to move as the time implies a dissolution of the boundary between the observer and the observed to become as the time is to achieve a state of radical presence where the ego's resistance to the passing second vanishes. In this state, the individual does not spend or waste time, they embody it. This reflects a phenomenological shift where the self is no longer a victim of the clock's ticking, but rather the very medium in which the world unfolds. It is a meditative transcendence that transforms, waiting from a state of longing for the future into a state of total immersion in the present. The geometry of abandonment. The conclusion of the aphorism introduces a poignant sense of isolation. And as the things roll past you, left and right, leaving you abandoned. The symmetry suggests a world defined by horizontal movement, the frantic lateral rush of things. By choosing to remain still, the individual falls out of the collective rhythm of the world. The left and right movement suggests a peripheral blur where the world is moving too fast to notice the stationary observer. This abandonment is the price of temporal stillness. To be still while the world rushes is to become a ghost in the machine. However, there is a hidden strength in this abandonment. While the world is caught in the momentum of its own rolling, the one who waits gains a perspective of the whole. They are abandoned by the world's noise, but in that silence, they gain the clarity of the witness. Stillness as resistance in the modern age. In a contemporary context, this aphorism serves as a critique of the cult of speed. Modernity equates movement with progress and stillness with stagnation. We are conditioned to fear waiting as a dead zone of unproductivity. Reframing waiting as an intentional act of moving through time challenges this narrative. It suggests that there is a profound depth to be found in the pauses, the ability to stay still and feel the world roll past without being swept up in its frantic current is a form of psychological resilience. To be abandoned by the modern pace is perhaps the only way to truly find oneself. Ultimately, the aphorism waiting teaches that stillness is not a vacuum. It is a dense, active state of being, where the individual, by ceasing to chase the world, finally learns how to inhabit time itself.
The land does not forget. It does not choose. It receives.
would disappear still turns beneath you now. Not a record, not a name, not a line that can be traced, but a weight you did not feel holding shape beneath the place. Nothing lost, nothing gone, it was there all along. The land remembers what we cannot keep, the land remembers what we cannot say, and the bones beneath our wandering feet still speak in their own way. Not in voice, not in flame, but in what will not be unnamed. Hands that broke the soil in winter cold, hands that built and buried deep. Every labor carried into dust is a promise the ground will keep. Not a king, not a throne, not a claim that stands alone, but a life pressed into form in the quiet of the loam. No decree, no command, only touch in the land. The land remembers what we cannot keep, the land remembers what we cannot say, and the bones beneath our wandering feet still speak in their own way. Not in sound, not in name, but in what remains the same. Not a story, not a file, not a memory stored a while, but a shaping slow and deep, something waking in the key. You are standing on it. Cities rise and write their laws and lines, draw their borders sharp and clean, but the ground beneath those careful marks knows what all of this has been. It does not argue, it does not plead, it does not forget the need. The land remembers what we cannot keep, the land remembers what we cannot say, and the bones beneath our wandering feet still speak in their own way. Not to judge, not to claim, but to hold what we became. The land knows, the bones remember. Listen. Listen. Please, Lord, guide their steps each day. Rays of your love will light their way. All their hearts are treasures in your hand. You hold them close, forever they'll stand. Every trial, you make them strong. Resting in you, they'll sing your song. Father, I lift them up to you. Over their lives, your grace shines through. Refuge of peace, their hearts you mend. My children safe in love that never ends. You are their strength when storms arise. In Jesus' name, Amen. Embrace. Lord, protect them wherever they go. Dwell in their hearts, let your mercy show. Remind them daily they're never alone. Every step guided by love you've shown. Never failing, your promise is true. Prayer of blessing, I give them to you.
Take care for what you pray. Oh, well, that I could sing like Doc Watson and have the smell of a dog. The paradox of fulfilled desire. Take care for what you pray. The aphorism, take care for what you pray, serves as a perennial warning against the myopia of human longing. It suggests that our desires, once granted, rarely arrive in isolation. They bring with them a constellation of consequences, responsibilities, and sensory shifts that the wisher is often ill-equipped to handle at its core. The phrase highlights the double-edged nature of transcendence, where the acquisition of an extraordinary gift may simultaneously dismantle the equilibrium of a standard life. The way to mastery.
Singing like Doc Watson.
To wish to sing like Doc Watson is to aspire to a specific kind of American excellence, a blend of flat-picking virtuosity, soulful baritone resonance, and a profound connection to folk traditions on the surface. This prayer is for the possession of beauty and the ability to move others. However, the aphorism reminds us to look beneath the aesthetic surface.
To possess the voice of Doc Watson is to inherit the sensitivity required to produce it. Such mastery often comes from a place of deep labor, or in Watson's case, a life navigated through the darkness of blindness, where sound became his primary landscape. To have the gift is to also carry the weight of its demands.
The public expectation, the vulnerability of artistic expression, and the potential isolation of being a vessel for a talent that exceeds the common experience.
The prayer for talent is, in effect, a prayer for a transformation of the self that may leave the original person behind.
The nuance of the aphorism becomes even more visceral when considering the desire for the smell of a dog. Specifically, the dog's hyperacute olfactory capability to a human. The idea of super smelling sounds like a profound expansion of consciousness, a way to perceive the hidden chemical narratives of the world. Yet, in the context of the modern world, this gift would likely manifest as a relentless sensory assault.
A dog's sense of smell is estimated to be 10,000 to 100,000 times more acute than a human's in a pristine forest. This might be a divine revelation. In the modern city, it would be an agonizing nightmare. The blessing would force the recipient to endure the overwhelming stench of industrial chemicals, rotting waste, and the pheromonal anxieties of every passing stranger.
What began as a prayer for heightened perception ends as a sentence to perpetual overstimulation. This illustrates the central irony of the aphorism. We pray for more life, forgetting that our biological limitations are often the very filters that make life bearable. Philosophical implications. Limitation versus transcendence.
These examples point toward a broader philosophical tension between human limitation
And the desire for transcendence.
Human beings are tuned to a specific frequency frequency of existence.
Our sight, hearing, and talents are calibrated to a reality we can navigate when we pray for extraordinary abilities, be they artistic or sensory. We are essentially asking to be retuned to a frequency that may be incompatible with our environment.
The desire to transcend our boundaries is a hallmark of the human spirit.
Yet the aphorism,
Take care for what you praise,
suggests that wisdom lies in recognizing the utility of our deficits. Our inability to smell everything, see everything, or perform perfectly protects us from the white noise of a universe that is far larger and more chaotic than we can process.
transcendence
Without the necessary evolution of the soul or the body to house it,
becomes a burden.
the balance of aspiration.
In conclusion,
Take care for what you pray,
it's not a counsel against ambition,
but a plea for self-awareness. It asks the individual to consider if they are truly prepared for the reality of their desires.
whether it is the soulful burden of a master musician or the overwhelming clarity of a canine's nose.
Every gift demands a sacrifice of the previous status quo.
True wisdom lies in the balance between our aspirations and the reality of our existence.
By understanding that every gain and ability often comes with the loss,
Of simplicity or protection,
we can approach our prayers.
with the sense of humility,
We must recognize that the constraints of being human are not just walls, they are the very structures that allow us to experience the world without being consumed by it.